guys? You guys good with that?
Okay.
Oh, gravy.
Okay. So week one, we had week one. You know what I'm saying? We got our 53. You know what I'm saying? We looking okay. Right now, I will say the way that we'll look at it is the way that our injuries are, where Wilkins is questionable, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. You can play into that. But week one, we're going against the Patriots. Okay.
Patriot.
Any names worth noting on their side, player wise?
They got some pieces, No, I know they had Diggs, but I don't know how that's going to play out for them. But Will Campbell, they got some guys out there. Hunter Henry at tight end, I've always been a fan of him. Drake May, he has some potential. I'm not saying he's the best, but if he gets some weapons around him, I feel like he could do some damage. And then you look at Spillane, Kyle Duggar, I love that dude. Jabril Peppers, Christian Gonzalez was another guy I really was high on.
Sorry about
that. But I have us winning this one. I can see us taking this game down as a win, first game.
Okay. Anybody want to add?
Just based on I was gonna say another thing real quick. Just when it comes out to coaching as well, look at those guys. Look at those guys we have, man, and compared to what they got over there, I just feel like we're a step ahead.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Any other players you guys want to highlight from them?
Yeah, Twuan. So before I give you my prediction, because I want to wait for, I think Chewy. So Chewy said that we should win, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then who was supposed to be next, anyways?
It's actually you. So
okay.
what we'll do is Chewy,
Detroit guys.
Angelo, and then we'll get Dirty. Good to see you, Dirty. Good to see you in here. We'll go Dirty, and then Nate, and then I'll go. I'll go at the end.
Okay, cool. You done, Chewy, or you want me to go?
No, you're good, bro. You're up.
All right, cool. Hey, by the way, man, I'm looking at the Shabazian Petrosky fight. I don't know. This might end in a knockout. I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, you were on money tonight, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, I told you, man. You gotta call the coach. It's what I do, brother. It's what I do. So anyway, Patriots. Okay, so everybody hated me for saying this, but I'm just keeping it real. First of all, the fact that they have Chase on, Spillane, don't they have Morig too? They had three. Epps, thank you. They got Epps. Thank you, Nate. So they got three of our former players, so they know our people. Like they got some insider information on some of our main guys. On top of that, McDaniels coached us, so he knows what's up in the building, right? And again, like I'm not trying to say McDaniels is some kind of genius, but he is hella good at offensive coordinating. And even the guys who played for us said they didn't have a problem with like his offensive play calling per se, right? And the difference is with McDaniels is he's got a real one now. Drake May can really throw that ball. He could really sling it. And they also made all these smart moves, right? Protect Drake May. So right away they made offensive line moves to protect him. Get him some more weapons, right? And two of the players that I'm surprised my man Chewy didn't even mention is since we're playing fantasy football in his league, I don't know if you filled it up yet, brother, but I already signed up, is Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, baby. If you're gonna get two running backs, and stack them like that, man, those are the two to get. Because last year we already saw what Ramondre could do. I had him for a period of time, and then Travion Henderson. Are you kidding me? He's a dog. He's a huge upgrade from who they had last year. I'm forgetting the third down guy who was catching the ball. He used to play for Washington. I'm forgetting his name right now. Sorry, guys, but he used to play for Washington. He was the third down receiving back for New England. But anyways, between Hunter Henry, Travion Henderson catching off the backfield, and then Ramondre is going to run that ball and pound it. And then they got all these different wide receivers. And then they got Stephon Diggs to kind of be that. Stephon Diggs is going to be like the Jacoby Myers, essentially, right? And say what you want to say about Stephon Diggs, but all he's really doing is he's going out with Cardi B, and he's just doing the same thing Kelsey's doing. It's just with Cardi B, baby. So
and pink cocaine.
Yeah, that's all that really happened. But with that said, Twuan, and like I said, man, everybody be attacking me for this, but I'm just keeping it real. I think we're going to go there. I think we're going to play our asses off. I think it'll be a fun, close game. At the end of the day, we're going to lose to the Patriots because they're not losing no home opener. Mike Vrabel's not about to lose his home opener. And I think what'll happen in that game is it'll make everyone excited. Like, all right, well, we dropped that one. Well, you can see we're so much better now. That was really exciting. We're definitely going to beat the Chargers on Monday night. And that's how everybody's going to act. But I'm just keeping it real, man. We lose to the Patriots. I'm 0-1 right now.
Okay. Hey, Dirty. I'm gonna ask you two questions since you just came in. Good to see you, brother. What is the one game that they better not lose? And then give me your prediction for week 1.
Game they better not lose is the home opener. Can't lose the home opener. That's off top. You have to represent the house. As far as week 1, I'm still kind of like tripping off what I just heard. Right? I'm not even gonna lie, and it's not hate. He named off some defensive players talking about the inside. I don't give a shit about what you knew when you were here last year. We're looking at a whole new squad. You don't have any inside information when it comes to new coaching staff, new players being added, new quarterbacks. You know nothing of what that player is capable of anymore. So you can dismiss me with that. And like I said, this is not to be disrespectful in any way, form, or fashion. There's no way in the world you go into New England and lose. Not with a Tom Brady as your owner. Not with a guy who has a vengeance against the Patriots. This is a must-win game. They have to win this game. He's not playing no bullshit type games with us by losing this game at all. I don't have confidence in McDaniels at all in any form or fashion, in any kind of capacity of this game of football. He is trash to me. He will continuously be trash to me forever. As a coordinator, as a coach, as a person, as a man, he is garbage. So you can never get me to put no respect on his name ever. I will never, ever, ever, ever feel that he is a winner in any form or fashion. So you can stop that right there as well. You know what I mean? I hate the Patriots. I hate Josh McDaniels. I hate Josh McDaniels with a passion. Never wanted him here. Didn't even want him here because I knew what he was going to do to the team. He is a self-destructor. He did it with Denver. He did it with us. He'll do it there. He's not the head coach. He's a coordinator. Like they say in any given Sunday, you're a coordinator, Crozier. Coordinate. Right? So I got us going in there and putting a spanking on the Patriots. And I do mean a spanking too. I'm talking 35-14. Okay. I don't have any confidence in their team at all. I got a lot of confidence in us though. A lot.
Okay. And again, you guys, these are all their perspectives, and everybody has a right to say what they have to say. So, hey,
like I said, it was no hate intended. Yeah. No hate, no, you know what I mean.
Nate, what you got?
I'll put it like this: if we could win this game, I could see us having a 10-win season. If we lose this game, I can see it being a long season. This game will set the tempo. But I would say it's a must-win for sure. The Patriots game. As far as who they have, we all know who's over there. we got to give it to him. It's like Dirty was just saying. Brady's going to take this one personal. So, yeah, I'm here for it. If we pull out of this one with the win, we going to the playoffs.
For sure. All right, I'm tallying all this. So, hey, I'm with it. You guys already know. I've been doing a short. I've been, making videos on this same topic. I think I did a live on this alone, talking about this same topic. And I think even though I'm not naive that the Patriots do have talent over there, and they've added, things that they needed. That Drake May needed that tackle. You know what I'm saying? They needed help on that O line, and they got it. You know what I'm saying? With Will. You know what I'm saying? Travion Henderson was a running back that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? For us, Raider wise. You know what I'm saying? So there was, they got some talent over there, but I'm still putting this down as a must win, and I think we will win. So I'm putting myself down here on the tally for week 1 as a dub. Now going to week 2, you know what I'm saying? Week 2 is the home opener. You know what I'm saying? Week 2 is the home opener with the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Is there any players that you guys feel are worth noting? You know what I'm saying? In regards to the game, you might say this guy might be a guy we need to keep an eye out on in our win, or might be the reason why we lose. So let me know what you guys let me know what you think.
Let me start this one off with I hope Andre James is their starter.
Right?
If that's the case, Adam Butler and the boys are going to eat. While you're at it, just go ahead and let Leatherwood start too. Throw him out there from the practice squad. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to want to run the ball. We got to be stout on defense. I feel like we dropped the ball on addressing a nose tackle. So that's going to be interesting for me to see. That's going to be like the real test on the second week of the season against the Chargers. How good will our run defense be?
Okay,
but this was a must win for me because it is the home opener, and we've been not doing so well the past few years, and I think our fans need this.
Since you cooking, you calling that a dub?
Yeah.
Okay. Angelo, you're next. Is there any, again, when I talk about anything worth noting, that's everybody. So if you want to throw a name out there, if you think somebody on their roster,
if you want to just speak up first, guys. And then, hey, what happened to Chewy? Did he just fall off because of the connection?
I'm waiting for him to pull back up if he does, but we got to keep the show rolling. So what is there anything that you would like to add on top of what Nate already said, or just want to give your prediction there?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely, like, I think everyone across the board knows, and I've spoken about this on Turf Show, on the Captain Jack Rackham channel. I've said it on your show, Twuan. But essentially, the that Monday Night Football, nationally televised, all eyes. It's the second week, so, and it's the first Monday. I think it's the one in the West Coast, because the very first Monday Night Football game is there a Monday Night Football game for week 1? I don't even remember, because
it's usually 2.
Oh,
it's usually 2.
All right, so I think both of those then are East Coast, because I think this is the first one in the West. Allegiant Stadium. That's Canelo Crawford weekend here at Allegiant. Like, it's gonna be hopping here in Las Vegas, right? So I want us to win, Twuan. Like, believe me, dude. I would love for. I mean, I would be begging that national television, please, if we're gonna win one game, let it be this one. Because I also agree with Nate that it's gonna set the tone for the fans the rest of the year. Like, you lose that game, and it doesn't look good, the fans are gonna be like, oh my gosh. Not us, but I'm just saying, like, in general, right? Your
Probably
casual
me.
Raider fans or whatnot out there. Now, in all reality, though, if we're looking at the team and we're being honest, the Chargers did not suck last year. All right, they were able to win a lot of games, came in some close ones. I agree with Nate's take that thank goodness they got Andre James, because that means the middle is going to be wide open for us to attack. They do have some other good offensive line in there, though. Joe Alt is a beast. Rashawn Slater's a beast. Mekhi Becton is there now, guys. I mean, the guy just won the Super Bowl, so we can't act like he can't block. And then from what I understand, if it holds up, and I don't know yet, Andre James might be the backup, y'all. It might be this Zion Johnson that's going to be the starting center. I don't know. But I know that their line is solid. Lad McConkey was a beast last year. I had him on fantasy. Quentin Johnson always drops balls, so I'm fine with him. They somehow got Mike Williams back, so we'll see what happens there. But the two things, again, I'm always worried about is the run game. And their run game is Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton. So I think that game in particular, Twuan, is going to be the battle of who got the better running back, right? Did we get the better running back in Ashton Genty, or did they get the better running back in Omarion Hampton? Because I've heard Raider fans, including Turf on his show has told me, man, Angelo, everybody's going to find out we made a mistake and we should have gotten Omarion Hampton. And I'm like, all right, man, I got to believe you because you actually played the position and you were there. You got to the high level of college football on it. So I can't not take your opinion seriously. At the same time, man, I want Ashton Genty to do so well. And I want Raheem Mostert to score that touchdown. But Twuan, I'm going to keep it real again. I think it's going to be a hell of a close game. And I reserve the right to pull it back later, Twuan, all right, before the season starts. But I had us – this was one of my 50-50s. So for now, I'm going to say it's a win because I really don't want to lose to the Chargers. But I reserve the right to pull it back if some other changes happen between now and week one. If they end up getting even better or something, or we get worse somehow because of another injury, I reserve the right to pull it back, Twuan.
Yeah, you're good. What we're gonna do, moving forward, we're gonna when we have our moments of take, we're gonna try to keep at least 1 minute, 2 minutes at the most, because we got a whole 18 weeks to go through, and we got a bunch of guys on panel. So definitely,
all right, cool.
You're fine. We're just gonna go with since Chewy just came in. Chewy, what you got for week 2?
Like you said, man, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I got us with a win, man. I do have a split in with the division for the year, though.
Okay.
But like Angelo said, you can't knock the Chargers, bro. They got a pretty good running game. And Justin Herbert, he's not that bad. Got a great coach. I know it's gonna be a competitive game, but I see us winning this one.
Okay. Thank you, Chewy. Hey, Dirty, it's on you, man.
All right, so my player to watch for them is Herbert. If Herbert has a bad game, running game doesn't matter, passing game doesn't matter. Their whole offense flows through him and how he's feeling that day. So if you can shake him up, rattle him, get him to make, a couple of bad decisions, that offense crumbles, it falls apart. He is not a player that can he doesn't like pressure. Let's just put it like that. When things get rattled, he gets pressured and things ain't going his way. He's not the type of player that's going to bounce back. We've seen that. All right. It's been shown. It's been proven. This is a win. Reason being, I'll say this, and I've gotten shit for it, and I don't care. I'll continue to say it. They have the worst coach. They have the worst coach in the division. That's hands down. They have the worst coach in the division. Reason being, he's the only one in this division without a Super Bowl. Yeah, he may have been, but he has not won. All the other coaches in this division actually have Super Bowl championships. So that immediately makes him the worst coach in this division. And that's not saying he's a terrible coach, just saying with the division and the way that it's set up and the the head coaches that are here, his resume doesn't stack up without that Super Bowl win.
I was gonna say
right.
he is a good he's a good parent.
He's a good coach
for Herbert, specifically because he played the position.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could be a
that's all for
Herbert's game.
Yep. It can be. But if you look at how Denver turned around in their first year versus how San Diego played in their first year, Denver has a better head coach. Yeah. So for me, I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0. I got a sweep. I actually got a sweep in the Chargers all year long. So, you know what I mean? I think this is our revenge year. This is our revenge year when it comes to our division.
For sure. Hey, Nate, you said this one was a dub, but in the order it would have went to you. So I'm just going to go and we'll close this one out and go to the next game. I think, be honest with you, I think this might be a tough game because they're built similar to the way that we would like to, offensively run our offense. You know what I'm saying? They want to commit to running the ball, but then they also want the play action to be active too. And Herbert is that type of guy. A lot of the time, I think a lot of his failures was because they were trying to force him to throw 30 and 40 times a game. And I don't think he's really completely that type of quarterback. Can he throw the ball? Yes, he can, but I don't think he's that type of guy that can throw it 30, 40 times. So I'm calling this one a dub. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in week 3 against the Washington, whoop-de-wops. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call them, the old name, the new name, whatever name they want to create for themselves. This is the new away game. So if you look at this schedule, you see that the dark colored ones are our home games and the light colored background on the team is the away game. So that's why you see Washington there with the white background behind theirs. So week 3, Washington, what say you? What are the players you think are worth noting? I'm just going to throw him out. Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, am I up?
No, just everybody. This is just players. Just tell me your players, and then we'll go to week. Unless you want to just go start right now. You want to do that?
I don't mind. It's up to you. Your show, brother.
Hey, go ahead. Tell me what you got, and then give me your prediction.
Yeah, well, players to watch, just like you've already said, Jaden Daniels, even Brian Robinson. Austin Eckler did some damage last year. Then you get to the wide receivers. They got McLaurin. They picked up Debo. They have Noah Brown and Michael Gallup. And then you look at their tight end. They got Ertz. I mean, they're pretty stacked. It's more the defensive part. They got Dorrance Armstrong, Deron Payne. They got Kinlaw. They got Bobby back there as their middle. I feel like this team is just, a couple steps ahead of us. And I got us losing this one.
Okay. Angelo, what you got, bro?
Real quick, Chewy, did I not say it was going to be a knockout? And that's what happened. So just keeping it real, man. I think I'm batting 100 so far tonight.
You are, yeah.
Anyways, just like Chewy said, I mean, come on, man. You could be the most diehard Raider fan in the world, but I don't think anyone's going to say that we're winning that game in Washington. In terms of players, though, Twuan, just so that we mention, as you know, when I'm at the Captain Jack show, I always talk about trenches, O-line, and the move that the Commanders made by getting Tyler Biadasz to be the center and also by getting Laramie Tunsil to be the left tackle now. That's going to make Jaden Daniels skyrocket. So get him for your fantasy team, guys.
I think we got 3 spots left in the fantasy league, too.
I think if our defensive line it gets going and our rookies step up, I'm not too sure if Christian Wilkins will be available this early in the season or if he's even going to be effective if he is available. But I think if these rookies could come out and ball, we could get to Jaden Daniels' little 150-pound little scrawny frame. I think we could snap him like a pair of chopsticks or something. So, and we could win the game like that. But so I'm a dumb diehard Raider fan, but I definitely think we take an L if our defensive line ain't getting to Jaden Daniels this game. At home, I believe it's their home opener. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was when I first looked at it. Yeah. So it's going to be another uphill battle, but I'd be happy if we could just put up a good fight, and I'll be okay. I don't want to see him lie down for nobody. So that's
Dirt, it's on you. Hey,
yeah,
the everybody on the panel, I'm gonna say something. You guys know what it is, but I have to say it. This is actually a closed panel show, so the people that are on panel, those are the guys that are actually going to be on the show today. So I will be inviting an open panel show later on, but it won't be this one. So I don't want you to sit in the backstage just to be in the backstage. And I'm saying that respectfully. I don't want you to take it as a bad thing at all. So, but yeah, sorry about that. Hey, Dirty, go ahead and give me your take there.
All right. So, the Commanders. Wow. I honestly think this might be the number one offense in the NFL this year. Just for the additions to the offensive line, adding a weapon like Debo to lighten the load for McLaurin. Their running back is a beast. Their quarterback has all the makings of Hall of Fame. I honestly think, like I said, I think this is probably going to be the number one offense in the NFL this year. As much as I would love to come out with a dub, I just can't see. I can't right now. I just don't see how. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep it real. I think that's where we go 2-1.
I just told you.
You can tell me all you want to, but I told you I don't see Christian Wilkinson's coming back before week 5.
The rookies.
You know what I mean? I just don't see him coming back before week 5. I think that's the target line of where, you know what I mean, he can actually get back. I don't want him back at 85. I don't want him back at 93. I want him back at 100. I don't like players playing on partial. You can't tell me you're giving me 100% of yourself if you're not 100%. So your 100% is of whatever you are. So if you're at 75%, you're basically giving me 100% of your 75%, which is still fucking 75%.
Dirty's telling the truth, guys.
So,
and I'm with you, Dirty. Like I was talking about that in regards to Christian Wilkins. Like people talking about, oh, he's gonna be back week 1. He's gonna be back week 1. I'm like, dude, even if he was ready to go physically ready to go week 1, he's not NFL ready to. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to knock off some dust. So you got to give him at least maybe 2 or 3 games to actually get back to if that injury can let him bounce back. So. I get it. You know what I'm saying? The hopes and dreams, like we need to start trying to figure out our contingency plan. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be just hoping that our best defensive tackle is ready to go. We need to have something. We need to have plans behind that. And that shows you where our depth is on our roster in its totality. But let me digress it and Dirty, what you got? Win or loss, man? All right. I will say I agree. Anyway, let's go. Let's move on. Hey, look, the Washington Commanders are a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? With Jaden Daniels added, they bolstered it even more. You know what I'm saying? They got some insurance on that line for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it might be a little too high of a hill to climb, especially for us right now. Not saying that we can't, eventually get to that spot. I'll say it like this. If we had the Washington Commanders in week 14, you know what I'm saying? I might be leaning more towards a possibility of a dub. You know what I'm saying? That means that's 14 weeks of a team gelling. That's 14 weeks of them figuring out what, who they are and what they really are about to go against a team like the Washington Commanders. But this early, it's an L. It's an L.
That's also 3 home openers in a row that we have to be a part of. I just don't see us having the energy to fight that third one.
Yeah.
I just don't.
At 10 in the morning too.
Hey, everybody in the chat, make sure you
coming off a short week.
Yeah.
Coming off a short week too. Yeah.
Before we get into the next one, everybody in the chat, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on all these channels. All these guys are, doing content for whoever, I know Angelo has his boxing thing going on. He also is working with Captain Jack. So definitely show him some love over there. And then you guys know Dirty is doing his thing on his channel. Nate got his
MIA.
Well, hey, every like and
MIA.
Every like and every sub goes a long way. So definitely show some love to my brothers that are on this panel as we go to the next game. This is a home game. We are playing against the Bears. Okay, we're playing against the Bears. The Bears are coming into Las Vegas, and we'll see what our brothers got to say on that. Names a highlight. Who do we got to highlight on the Bears game? What we got, brothers?
Hey, Chewy, you read my text, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, read my, because I sent it to you before the fight started. So read the text, just in case I'm right again. So yeah, I was gonna say, Twuan, about the Bears. I'm always gonna talk about O-line, man, and I don't necessarily agree with you that they'll be a playoff team per se, just because that whole North is so unpredictable. I mean, I picked Green Bay to maybe win just because Matt LaFleur really knows what he's doing. So players-wise, I'm going to talk about that O-line, man, and the fact that they really stacked it up for Caleb Williams, Braxton Jones, Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright. Like, they're going to have a squad protecting that kid. So, yeah, I mean, those are my names. I don't know what you guys got for names.
I'm going to go with head coach.
Yeah, Ben Johnson. That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to go with Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
That's my star to the game. I think he came in and he's changed the culture for the Bears. I still think the Lions are the number 1 team in that division. Until they're not, they're going to be there until they're not there. And that's just what it is. I don't feel this game is a cakewalk, but I don't feel like it's an L either. You know what I mean? He's still got to get his footings as a head coach. They still got to gel together. And as I told y'all, as much as I am a Trojan fan, I still don't have any faith in Caleb Williams as a quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go as far as talking about. Well, I guess it's a home game, so the playing in Chicago doesn't really matter. But yeah, Caleb Williams, the obvious one. Their O-line definitely stacked up. If they get a running game going, I think that's really going to help them. But I think it's a dub for us, plain and simple. I think we could win. We should win. I think Ben Johnson's or whatever his name is going to fall flat on his face. I don't think. I think Caleb Williams going to get him fired sooner than later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Chewy, what you got, man?
Yeah. So when I first did this prediction, I had us losing to the Bears, honestly. But now, I don't know. Now, like I'm thinking about head coaches and everything. I don't know. I think so. There's two. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. I had us going 9 wins this season, but there's those 2 games I had us losing, which was to the Cowboys and to the Bears, which I told everyone I think those games we could actually win and bump us up to 11. But now that I'm looking more into it, I definitely think we can beat the Bears just based on, like you guys said, Johnson's gonna need more time as a head coach.
Okay. So you got a win or loss on that one. I'm sorry I didn't catch it.
I got a dub on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Angelo.
Yeah, I'll keep it simple, man. It's the most expensive, or that and the Cowboys are the 2 most expensive tickets in the NFL right now. For some reason, there's a ton of Bears fans that's going to be coming here at Allegiant. It's going to look like an away game, and we are going to lose that game at home. But I think it'll be really close.
I'm tired of this really close shit. All right. I'm sick of this really close shit. It's a lot of L's coming from over there, man. It's a lot of L's coming from over there.
Dirty.
I don't want you to keep it real. Right. Hey, look, you don't have to always keep it 100, all right? You can do 85 every now and then. Okay?
We always can do 85 a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'll tell you where it's coming from, Dirty. So, because me and my wife, we'd be arguing about this all the time. She's telling me the Raiders are going to win 10 games. We're going to make the playoffs. And I'm like, honey, relax. Because last year when AP got hired, I was so excited, bro. I was like, oh, man, we're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be great. And I just got my heart straight broken. So I was like,
if you thought we was making, hey, I'm going to just say, if you thought we was making the playoffs with AP, you set yourself up for failure. You set yourself up for failure.
I was that guy, Dirty. I was the guy who wasn't keeping it real. So now I'm just keeping it real. I'm going to keep it very statistical and real, y'all.
Hey, you wasn't keeping it real last year if you thought we was going to the playoffs. No, you was not keeping it real.
Exactly. I was too high last year.
Angelo got a new tune. Hey, Dirty, what you got?
Oh, I already called this an L.
Okay.
We talking about the Bears, right?
Yeah.
This is an L. I mean, no, I'm sorry. This is a win for us. It's an L for Chicago. It's a win for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a win for this.
Okay.
Fuck the Bears. We owe the Bears an ass whooping, bro. We owe the Bears an ass whooping. They didn't beat us the last three times we didn't met. Yeah, we do. We do an ass whooping for them.
Yeah, I got this as a dub, and what the factor is for me is the coaching. There is no way that Ben Johnson as a rookie coach. I know everybody was on Ben Johnson, you know what I'm saying, in the offseason, but you know it didn't turn off that way. I made a video saying Ben Johnson wasn't the answer for us, and who we got is exactly what I wanted. I wanted someone that knew what to do, how to do, and how to handle it. And I think right now with Ben Johnson being a rookie head coach, I think this is an opportunity where we'll see that Pete Carroll is out coaching a rookie head coach and should out coach a rookie head coach. So I got this as a dub. Going to the next week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to all the channels that you guys see on the panel right there. All my brothers there. Get with them. The Colts, we're going to Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Away. We it's a dome, but it's away. And it's the Indianapolis Colts. Players, things to highlight. Something to look at.
Nobody.
Daniel Jones. Who? Daniel Jones.
Daniel No Dimes.
Yeah. Nobody too. I mean, their offensive line is solid. They could run the game. They could have a running game, but I don't. Danny Dimes is not gonna have success in Indy. In my opinion, that's a dub. Put it down. Let's go ahead and put it down.
Richardson out for the season or something? Or what?
Yeah, he's out. He's done before the season even started.
Wow.
I believe so.
That's
At
great.
least-
Because he's trash.
Yeah,
Because he's trash.
he needs running
I
back
told-
pads, not quarterback pads.
Hey, who was all those
Hey.
people that was talking about getting Anthony Richardson?
I said he was a bust before he was drafted. I said he was a bust before he was drafted. I told everybody he was a bust. This guy don't want to play no football. He ain't for real. You know what I mean? He ain't real. I'm just telling you, bro. I can see these things. I
Yeah,
can
he gave
see
up on
these
his team.
things.
I remember that game.
Yeah, he gave up on his team last year. He quit. He refused to go back in the game and play. He wasn't hurt.
On like a third down.
I'd fucking bench his ass. I'd fucking play Daniel Jones too. Oh, he's trash as well.
On the third down.
Hey, look, they should have went and got Gardner Minshew back. That's where they fucked up at. They should have just kept Gardner. They should have went and got Gardner Minshew back.
Hey, Dirty, give us your prediction, dog. Since you took it.
Oh, this is a win. Oh, but this is a big win. Jonathan Taylor gets hurt in the first quarter of week 2, so he's not even available for them in this game. Yeah, hey, look, that guy's injury prone, bro. That guy gets, man, you hit that dude with a duck feather, and he out for a couple of weeks, bro. So yeah, this is definitely a win because their defense is terrible, their quarterback is awful, and I don't even know who their coach is, but I ain't got no faith in him either. These dudes go 0-7 before they win a game this year.
Okay. Chewy, give me what you got.
Yeah, I got it as an L, man. I just don't see them having any weapons, especially with the quarterback. You know, if that quarterback can't get the ball to anybody, how they're going to gain any points?
So you're saying the Raiders are going to win?
Yeah, we're going to win for sure, no doubt, no doubt.
You,
they're going to defend so hard.
You said it's an L, so I was like, wait, are you saying?
Oh, did I? Oh,
we're talking about Raider wins. So when you said L,
he's so used to giving us L's in the last couple of weeks.
For real. Nah, yeah, my bad. No, I got to set a win, bro. No doubt.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I, put ink to paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Hey, Nate, you already said yours. Yeah. Angelo, what you got?
Yeah, no. So I didn't get to tell you guys the players, but let me just make it quick. With the Colts, man, it's a fantasy football's paradise. I'm just keeping it real because I played some of these guys last season, and I think the Colts have made some great moves. I think that the reason why they got Daniel Jones is because Anthony Richardson is definitely not going to start, and he needs to learn. And as crap as Daniel Jones was for the Giants, you're also talking about the same organization who gave up Saquon. So that organization is crap anyway. And people forget that Daniel Jones actually did pretty good the year before. That's why he got that big contract. I told you it was a knockout, bro. Anyway.
I'm watching it.
So Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, like they got Jonathan Taylor. They got killers in their squad. Tyler Warren was a great pickup. That guy's going to be a monster when he starts playing.
Jonathan Taylor is fragile.
That said, the Raiders are going to beat their ass in Indianapolis because I think that by that time, Twuan, we're starting to get our groove back. Like we're starting to understand what we can and can't. And like I said, I think every game's going to be close anyways. So what we have over the Colts is we got some dogs. So I feel like we're going to win that game in Indianapolis.
I'm with you, Angelo. I think this is a dub. I think yeah, they do have young talent over there, but we got some guys that got something to say. And like again, I think this is where like you said too, that this is also the time where week 4. You know what I'm saying? Week 5, we should already know what our team's identity is, and we're already, you know what I'm saying? Like first couple of weeks, we know what we would like to do, but we're still figuring out, hey, are we really going to be a running team? Are we really going to be a pass team? And then when we get in week 4, we already know who we are, the program is in lock. We're just moving forward. So I think it's even more of a reason why it's a dub on against the Colts, because again, I don't think the Colts bring up too much of a competition, in my opinion. That's my Raider gospel.
No, yeah, and you're right to think that, bro. I think they're going to be going through some turmoil this year. They lost their owner. His daughters took over, so they're gonna. Yeah, it's a new day in Indianapolis. They might be on the beginning of a tailspin.
Yeah. We're moving on to the next week. Next week is the Titans, Tennessee Titans. Did I read that right?
Yes, sir.
You're good.
Titans at home on the 12th.
Titans at home. Titans at home. This is the first time we get to lay our eyes on the number 1 pick. He will be under center. So what say you guys, man?
Are we talking about players, or are we just going straight to Chewy?
Actually, we can talk players and Chewy if you want. Chewy, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off, bro. No worries. Just off the rip, though, I do got us winning this game. But when you look at the players, they do got some key players. Just by the name, bro. Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett. I mean, they got some people on there, but I still feel they need more time to rebuild. They still need a couple more years to get the pieces they really need. I just don't, like I said, with our coaching staff, I see it's a couple steps ahead of the Titans.
Okay. So Chewy got a dub. Let's go with Angelo.
Yeah, no, right off the rip too. This is the one. I told you, Robert Pena, man, you got to stick it out with me for a second, baby. I got us on a win streak. I got us beating the Titans. That's belt to ass up here in Allegiant. And what I will say, it's fantasy football's players' dream is they got some good people in the squad too, like Chewy was mentioning.
Yeah,
and again, I'm just gonna talk about O-line because that's my thing, man. Don't forget they got J.C. Latham from Alabama, Kevin Seitler, Cushenberry's not bad as a center. But Skoronski at left guard, they got a good squad. They got a good squad. Having said that, though, Cam Ward's a rookie. Again, this is going to be one of those really fun games to be a part of. But we're putting belt to ass on the Titans at Allegiance. I'm sorry, Marcus Bank. All love to you, though, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Respectfully, Marcus. Hey, Dirty, what you got, man?
I got this as a win. I will say this. I don't care what they've done to their offensive line. They have a rookie quarterback that I don't believe is ready for the NFL. I think this kid's going to require a lot of patience. I feel like they just drafted a quarterback. They gave up on him already. I don't think they know what a real quarterback is, honestly. I don't think this coaching staff knows what a real quarterback is. I think they're just out there, throwing quarters and wishing wells and hoping and wishing and praying that some of these dudes pan out. But this guy's not the answer for them. I'm just going to keep that real. Maybe in the future, but not this year. I see a lot of rookie struggles from him. One of the reasons why we will win this game is because of his ability to not turn his ability of turning the ball over. You know what I mean? If you watch him in college, he likes to rush through. He doesn't really follow through his progressions. He doesn't let time develop. He doesn't take time to let plays develop. In the NFL, that's going to cost you big. It's going to cost you real big. So for me, yeah, I got this as a win. I like Tony Pollard as a running back. Problem is Tennessee does not know how to utilize him. So he doesn't pose a threat to me. The way he was used in Dallas versus the way he's being used in Tennessee, two different ways. And that's why you're not seeing the production that you would see when he was with Dallas. So yeah, I got this as a dub for us. No contest.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and cook, Nate.
I'm gonna take that dub too as well. I think Cam and Shador take unnecessary hits. I don't know if either of them will last a full season. Well, we don't even know if Shador is going to get any playing time, but I don't know if Cam can last a full season in the NFL. I think he takes too many hits. But yeah, it's a dub for sure for me. I'm not really all those guys Chewy named respectfully. I'm not scared of none of them. I think if our defense is flying around and we got as many wins as we do right now, as I think we could, it should be a cakewalk.
Yeah, I'm going with a dub on this one. I think it's going to be, if we are going to get get him at quarterback, this is the time to get him. He's a rookie. He's still going to be trying to learn coverages. He's going to be there's going to be some disguising and stuff like that he's not going to be aware with. There's going to be some blitzes that he may not even be aware of at this time, being a young quarterback. So this is the time to definitely jump on it, and I think we will. But yeah, that good takes, everybody. I like that. All right, here we go. It's Muppet time. We are going to KC, and we will be playing Kermit D. Frog. The Kansas City Chiefs, Queefs, whatever you want to call them. That is where we are at. We are away. We are not at home. We are in ketchup country.
Yep.
What say you? What say you?
Is this a Black Friday game? Is that?
No.
Let me see. Let me look.
It was good, bro.
Thanksgiving Day or something? No, it's no.
No, that's we're October 19th right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I was losing this one.
Right before the bye.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was losing this one. Like I said before, I have a split with the division this year, just based on how competitive it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But this one I do see us losing.
Okay.
Just based on the Chiefs are a good team, good coaches, good coordinators, especially last year with Karlaftis and all them guys really doing their thing. Shout out my guy Xavier Worthy from Fresno. He's a fucking speed demon too. But yeah, I see us losing this one, but I see us getting them on the tail end on that last game of the season.
Okay. Thanks, Chewy. Angelo, what you got?
Yeah, so again, man, just keeping it real and talking. I want to mention some players first. So I gotta always talk about the O-line, guys, and I hate the Chiefs. I don't know if I could ever say that enough, but I do. And they did a hell of a job at the draft. So check this out, Twan. Their O-line is Trey Smith, Creed Humphreys, Juwan Taylor, that kid Kingsley Sumataya, who two years ago I was saying I wanted us to draft him. They're putting him at left guard now, right? And if Josh Simmons from Ohio actually is healthy, that guy's going to be a scary good left tackle in the NFL. So since their line's going to be strong, if you're playing fantasy, I would definitely take Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt this year. Having said that, this is a definite loss. Sorry to say it. Hate the Chiefs, but we lost.
Okay.
I like that Ohio State tackle. I forget his name already.
Josh Simmons.
Yeah, I like him too. I think they took him a little too high, but he could pan out if he does stay healthy. But I hate that risk when you draft those injured players. It's definitely an L for me. It's just a uphill battle. I do think that there is some like funky three-way tie at the end of the season where we're all tied for like first place or something, and there's some sort of tiebreaker in the playoffs. But yeah, we're gonna take this L this week.
Okay. Dirty, what you got?
As I told you, I think this is revenge year for us. This is a dub for me.
Okay.
I told you, I got a sweep in the division. Honestly, I got a sweep in the division. I feel like we owe everybody two ass whoopings this year.
I need to
But
take a couple
here's
bombs. Like,
here's my thing. Here's my thing with Kansas City. And if you guys are true Raider fans, you will agree. No matter how bad we are, we play them quite well. Last year we lost to them, but they weren't bad losses. It's not like they blew us out the water. You know what I mean? They're close games. I think with the coaching this year, I think with everybody, just from what I'm hearing from players and coaches and some people that I trust with words, I'm not saying I trust all those beat reporters, but there's a few that I do trust. I think this is a different culture. I think this is a different team. I think this team is more superior. If he's really trying to recreate the Legion of Boom, that's going to be deadly for the Chiefs because they rely on their passing game more than they rely on their running game. And that's just being honest. Now, they did address a need at their offensive line. It was something that they really needed to bolster up to make them, you know what I mean, that team that people are afraid of. But I'm not afraid of the Chiefs just because how we play them every single year. So for me, I got this as a dub. That's just me. I got it as a dub.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Dirty, I think I gotta let me look at the schedule.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What do you see us in a division?
6-0. Number one. I got a 6-0 at the end of the year in the division. I feel like we lost every fucking game in the division last year. We went 0-6.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not doing that again. We're not doing that again. We're not.
I'm with you on that. I think it's this season is more, especially in our division, we need to have it in the mindset of a revengeful season, especially the way that we got handled last year. You know what I'm saying? Just being really honest with you. But I also will say, because the way the schedule is, I think it's weird because I think we play better at the Chiefs than the way that we play at home. And
what about that Christmas game?
I'm gonna say this about this. I'm gonna say this about the schedule real quick because I don't know if y'all heard me say this, but I've said it before. The schedule is a ticket to the playoffs. It is a free walk-in to the playoffs. There's no reason why you should miss the playoffs with this schedule. You have the NFL's golden boy as your owner, regardless if he's still playing or not. Tom Brady sells tickets for the NFL. And you're going to do anything and everything in your power to whatever he's attached to have them be successful. They did it with the Bucs. Nobody saw the Buccaneers winning the goddamn Super Bowl when Tom Brady got there. Everybody was like, oh, man, this is bullshit. But they won, right? First team to go to a Super Bowl in their own home, be the home team, and fucking win. They could have did that the year later with the Rams like they did, but no, it had to be Brady first. So they're going to make Tom Brady the first player with 7 Super Bowls, be the first owner to win a Super Bowl, and have 7 as a player and 1 as an owner.
That'd be crazy as fuck. Huh?
Yeah. So I got us losing this one. I think we're gonna win the last one. And I going in, I wanted to have the mindset that we were going 1-1 against them. So that's it. Again, but I'll say this, it seems like we do play better in Kansas City than the way that we play against them at home for whatever reason, at least in my opinion. We are now, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the bye week. Chewy has us. That's where we lose. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? We've lost a lot we've lost a lot on bye weeks. You know what I'm saying? We've lost players to DUIs and everything else on bye week. I don't want to say we lost in the bye.
Bye week is an L. The bye week is an L.
But I will say Chewy has us up to this point. He has us with 5 wins. Angelo has us 2 wins into the bye. Dirty has us with 6 wins at the bye. Nate has us at 5, and I have us at 5. So a lot of us are kind of close together.
Fucking 2.
Some of us are
only
not.
2.
Some of us are not, but hey,
keeping it real, man.
It is their Raider gospel, and it is all good. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe on all these channels. You know what I'm saying? And definitely support them whether you like they take or not. You know what I'm saying? They do some hard work for the Raider Nation.
2 wins. Who you got coaching us? Lane Kiffin? 2.
Lane Kiffin, I think only won 2.
Exactly.
But that's the whole season, bro. It's not over yet.
So moving on, you guys. Hey, I'll say this now. Thank you guys for being on. This is already fun, and we're at the halfway point.
Yes, sir.
You guys, hey, we are at coming off the bye. You know what I'm saying? We are going to Duval is coming to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Duval is playing us, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, you know what I'm saying, is there. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine is still their quarterback. When I say Sunshine. So what do you say coming off the bye? Being at home against Duval.
That's a win, bro. I got to sign a win on that one straight off the bye, especially at home. You know, you look at the quarterback, you know, he hasn't really done too much, especially with the team around him, coaches around him. And I feel like them grabbing Henry isn't really going to turn their organization around, unfortunately. I have us winning this game, though.
Okay. Let me go with Angelo.
Yeah, so remember that originally I was kind of like wishy-washy on this one. And then last night when I was on the show, East Coast Gridiron, Dante, check him out. He's pretty cool, actually. He does a lot of research on college ball, and he's a Jaguars fan. So we're just keeping everything real. All right? I like keeping it real, Dirty. And he told me, he said, their team is ass. and he's a Jaguars fan, and his prediction is we're going to absolutely smoke the Jaguars. So my prediction is belt to ass to the Jaguars, bro. We are whooping the Jaguars. That might not even be close from what Dante was saying. So, yeah, no, we're definitely winning that. So, see, I'm already beating Lane Kiffin. Dirty.
All right, Dirty, what you got, dog?
Oh, this is a trap game. This is a trap game.
Okay.
Gonna be riding that that high momentum of 6 wins coming out of a bye week. Trevor Lawrence is not a slouch. You know what I mean? You're gonna put some respect on the kid's name. He can play ball. He can play quarterback. That's just, it is what it is. They have a phenomenal running back. You know what I mean? When he's healthy, their running back is a beast when he's healthy. I think coming back this year, I think he's going to do some phenomenal things. I think this is one of those games where it would be nice if one moved on to 7 wins. But honestly, I think this is one of them games where we for some reason just don't show up, and we take a L to a shit ass squad.
Okay. Nate, what you got, man?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Dirty. I'm real positive on this year, but I think historically we're like one of the worst teams coming out of the bye. I think we're up there. We're one of the top 5 worst teams coming out of bye. So until we change that, maybe Pete Carroll's the one to change that. I think this is pretty much a trap game, like Dirty was talking about. Yep. L.
Wow.
Don't you start.
Hey, not have 2 wins going into the bye.
Wow.
Anybody but him, right?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you did not just say that, bro. He was just fucking bashing it.
Hey, I'm sorry. That was funny. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. That was funny,
Hey, real quick, Chewy, real quick. This is starting already, the main event, bro.
Oh, yeah. We got Buckley on the floor getting his ass whooped right now.
So I got us, before I say what I'm going to say, I believe that this is going to be an indicator for everybody in the Raider Nation. How is this team going to respond after a bye? Are they going to come in ready for business? Or are they just going to, I came off a bye, I'm here?
Nah, bro, we got a different mindset in this team. Like, you look at the coaches.
No.
They're not settling for less. I get that, Chewy, and I'm kind of feeling that way. But this is a tester and a barometer for us. Are they actually going to respond? Because again, every coach going into the bye, you know what I'm saying? They tell them don't be wilding out there in the streets. Put on a condom. You know what I'm saying? Call somebody. They do all of that. And then when they get into the bye, that bye week, then they have extra preparation for the upcoming game. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of more days, a couple of more hours that they have preparation for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So if they come out here and get beat, then that tells you they just were not, the players were not, you know what I'm saying? Not ready. Not mentally prepared. So I got this one. I got it as an L. And
wow. Come on, Chewy.
Hey, just keeping it real, Angelo. What's the deal?
I just don't see us losing.
Man.
Like,
Me and
Jaguars
Chewy are the only real.
Like, if we're playing like the Chargers or something after the bye week, I could get that. But I mean, the Jaguars, bro, fuck.
Hey,
that's the key. That's the key to it right there. You would expect to just walk all over the Jaguars because they're, you know what I mean? And that's the problem. They're going to go in there expecting to walk on the Jaguars, and the Jaguars and be like, no, nigga. Now, I'm an NFL team too. You know what I mean? You're going to take me serious or you're going to get fucking beat. And I just honestly, I feel like, unfortunately, I'm not at home, but if anybody's at home and they can look it up, what is Pete Carroll's record after a bye week? You know what I mean? What is his record after bye weeks? Because we know what our record is after bye weeks. It sucks. It's terrible.
You know why I eat popcorn? Because I've seen this.
Because it's a movie.
I've seen this movie before. Not only that we lose on the buys, but we lose the teams that we should be smacking.
Yes.
Every year, there's that one team that we're like, oh, we about to murder these guys. And what happens?
Yes, smacked.
We get smacked. So that's why.
Didn't we go to Jacksonville and get smacked on a game we were supposed to win?
Before? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of years ago, right?
I think all that changes though. With you know what I mean, with this new regime and everything we got. I just don't see it being that. I don't see us losing those close games. I feel like you know what I mean.
Okay.
Well, I hear you.
Oh yeah, you got to count. There's always those games. Just like we're not there yet, but we'll get there, and you guys will probably be like, "What the fuck?" But yeah,
No, I feel like there's a couple of trap games on this schedule. Truthfully, I feel like there's a couple of trap games on this schedule, but I think this is the one where I don't think we lose by a lot. I just don't have any faith in our past with bye weeks. You know what I mean? And so, I'm a whole reserve judgment on that. You know what I mean? Now, if we come out and we literally like dominate in those 6 wins that I got, and I mean like dominate, then I can see getting that 7th win against Jacksonville. But right now I got it like 21-24. You know what I mean? I got it somewhere in that area, 21-24. It could easily switch to 28-24. You know what I mean? Based on what we actually look like. But yeah, as it stands right now, I got that as a L because we just don't take them serious.
All right. Hey, we on the road, y'all. We going to the Mile High State. You know what I'm saying? Mile High State, you know what I'm saying, with the ponies. You know what I'm saying? And that is a away game. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with the elevation, et cetera, in the Mile High State. What say you with the Broncos?
The Bozos. I think Bo Nix, I think he sucks, but he found a good home with Sean Payton. He's a good coach, good offensive minded kind of he kind of has a Drew Brees kind of a style, get the ball out quick, accurate, all that good stuff. They're beatable, but I don't think we win this game.
Okay.
I'm with you, man. I agree.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I agree. Like I keep saying, I have a split with the division, and this is one of the games I have us losing against Denver. Like you said, Bo Nix isn't really the greatest, but he's definitely found where he needs to be. He looks like he's comfortable on that team. Lynchy, he's a baller. I don't know. I feel like this is the one that we're going to lose, but I see us getting them on the next one.
Okay. Angelo, what you got?
Yeah, in Denver, dude. Plus, they got Evan Engram. And who's
it's a primetime game too, right?
Denver. They got Evan Engram, who definitely he's going to fall in love. They have Troutman, but and then I still think that Troy Franklin's going to be a thing with Bo Nix because they were a thing in Oregon. And then Marvin Mims, man, that dude is fast. So, and then the other thing I was going to say, Twuan, that nobody mentioned yet is I think the reason why Denver picked up Jahdae Barron is because they saw what Brock Bowers was doing, whooping their ass last season. So they know Patrick Surtain's going to lock up one side, but somebody got to pay attention to Brock Bowers. So now they'll be able to take one person and just say, your assignment is to take care of Brock Bowers. The other guy's going to take care of another side of the field, So, anyways, that being said, guys, we're getting our asses whooped. Okay, let me say this. I think it'll be close. It'll be extremely competitive, but we're going to lose to the Broncos.
Wow.
I got us losing that one. Yeah.
Go guys back for that Jaguars comment, man.
Go ahead, Dirty. I feel something brewing over there. Go ahead, Dirty.
So, respectfully, of course, you're full of shit. No, this is they have a point to prove in this game. They have to bounce back. You know what I mean? They have to prove that last week's game, you know what I mean, was last week's game, and they're not, you know what I mean? They're a joke. No, they're not a joke. Not a joke. I told you, I'm sweeping the AFC West. Not changing my mind. Giving everybody L's in the division this year. Everybody. Anytime any other team in our division comes up to see us, they're taking L's all day, every day, no matter when it is. You know what I mean? If they want to do it on the Sabbath, we'll do it on the Sabbath. But they're taking L's. And I mean that. We are here to prove a fucking point. We are going back to being the best team in this division. And it starts this year. And honestly, it's what got Pierce fired. It's the fact that he went 0-6 in the division. So even if we win the first 3 games and lose the second 3, we're going to start off proving a point that we are the best team in this division. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think 6-0 in the division this year. That's my call right now. I'm not losing to nobody in this division. Nobody. I got the best coach. I don't give a fuck about an Andy Reid. I got the best coach.
All right. I think we got a dub. We're going to go into Denver. You know what I'm saying? To what Dirty was saying, this is going to be a bounce back from the defeat. You know what I'm saying? The storyline is being played. You know, the Raiders, you know, have been playing well, and they got beat by Duval. You know what I'm saying? And now they're hearing it on media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Kay Adams and Steven Adams, Stephen Smith, and everybody else that got a Smith got something to say about it. So they hearing it, and now the coaches turned up a little heat. I think this is where, you know, we may not see it, you know what I'm saying, as fans, but I think this is where they see that other side of Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost in Duval. So I got this as a get back on track win. All right.
I can dig that.
Yes, sir.
We got a big game. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Cowgirls is coming into town. Okay. We know we like Raiderettes, but the Cowgirls will be coming into town. Big game. Cowboys. What we got?
This is one of those games I was telling you guys about. I got us losing this one, man. Just, yeah.
Everybody in the world's going to be watching it.
But no, man, that's like you said, you know, there's those games that, you know what I mean, you kind of you need a win, but you just lose due to fucked up play calls or flags or you know, things of that nature. But like I said, this is one of those games we can win. I definitely see it there. It's just I feel like this one we're gonna fall. And it's kind of gonna come down to, you know, that cornerback room as well. Just based upon, you know, the kind of guys they got over there: CeeDee Lamb, Turpin, Pickens, Jonathan Mingo, Tolbert. I mean, you know, they got some weapons over there. It's just I feel we fall to this one, but it's one of those ones that I could see us winning as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in. Let me go ahead and jump in.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I got this as a dub. I think out of all the coaches that were hired this year, the Cowboys made the worst fucking decision out of everybody. They hired the worst candidate you could hire for a head coach. I don't think Dak Prescott is a good quarterback as everybody thinks he is. I think he does decent in the regular season, but he disappears in the playoffs every single time. It hasn't failed. Yeah, so you can have all the weapons in the world, but if the quarterback can't get him the ball, if because, I mean, their offensive line isn't that good. And our defensive line by that time should be on fire. Our defensive line should be on fire by then. Wilkerson should be back. He should be moving. Everybody should be grooving. Yeah, I don't see any way in this world this year where the Cowboys beat us. I think we are a better team, from the coaching staff to players. Geno is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Jacoby might be a better wide receiver than CeeDee Lamb. And that's only because of who's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb. I think if he had a different quarterback and he was on a different team, the kid would be so much leaps and bounds better than what he is. Because I believe he does have that in him. But I think that the Cowboys and Dak Prescott hold him back. So with that being said, I just don't see how they can beat us. They definitely don't know how to run the ball. They have Ezekiel Elliott still running the ball. Is that still their running back? Come on, man, please.
No.
Fucking, I would hope not. But I don't see it. You know what I mean? In their defense,
they got Jaden Blue from Texas.
Another rookie. I don't have faith in.
Start,
I don't have faith in rookie running backs.
Chewy, I'm about to go next anyway, so I'm gonna talk about Jaden Blue.
I got a dub.
You're good.
I got a dub.
Go ahead, Angelo.
So respectfully, Dirty. Respectfully.
Kill me softly, man. Killing me softly.
Matter of fact, everybody put respectfully in the chat. We've been using that word all day today.
Listen. First of all Jerry Jones did do was keep addressing O-line. So their O-line this year, unless Tyler Guyton's a buzz, is gonna be pretty good. They have Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker. That's not a bad squad, man. I'm not saying it's an elite squad, but we're gonna find out, right?
That's a lot of fucking Tylers, don't you think?
Exactly. And then
who's next? Tyler the Creator?
Check this out, right? the reason why I want to talk about Jalen Blue, and you know, Chewy, if you're a fantasy player, man, and that name pops up, you might want to take it, because between Javonte Williams, who's going to end up being like the Najee Harris for him, Jadon Blue is going to end up being like Jalen Warren, and here's the thing about that offense too, right? And again, man, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Jalen Tolbert last year, that fool's fast. You put him on one side and Pickens on the other side, and you make CeeDee Lamb the slot. That's a dangerous ass team, and I don't care if you think Dak Prescott is ass, because Daniel Jones will get the ball out to those guys. So no, man, we're definitely losing to the Cowboys, and it's gonna look like an away game. You're gonna have a lot of Cowboy fans, because I love the Raiders, man. I love the Raider fans, but you're gonna ask us to pay $3,000 for third level seats? That ain't us. All right.
I don't think the Cowboys are any better than they were last year.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about overall team. I'm talking about us one-on-one, Dirty, and us one-on-one. I want us to beat the Cowboys. Jeff, don't start with me, bro. I already told you we were only gonna win X amount of games. So I don't want to hear it.
I honestly believe we are a better team than the Cowboys, and I don't think the Cowboys are any better than they were last year.
Okay, man. We're you about to find out how good the Cowboys are gonna be this year.
That's just like the Jaguars game, bro. Like
I hear you. I respectfully understand. Understand.
Yeah, Dirty, respectfully, I said we're gonna kill the Jaguars, and you said we're gonna lose.
I'm going by what's his name? The owner, Jerry Jones, already throwing the white flag. He's already mentioned that he doesn't expect much from his coach this year. So neither do I. I don't think they have anything. I think their O-line, you named a bunch of solid players, but I don't think as a unit that they've had time to gel quite yet.
That's fucking crazy. He said some shit like that about his own head coach.
Yeah, right. That was crazy.
Hey, look. I'd say this. I think Jerry Jones has Al Davis syndrome.
Yeah.
Because towards the end of Al Davis' career, he was saying some wild shit about a lot of people. You know what I mean? And he ran the team into the ground. And I honestly feel like Jerry Jones was running the Cowboys into the ground. He needs to step down and let his sons take over.
I'm saying we win this shit. Yep.
I think they're one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. And I think that's really due to coaching. They got all the talent in the world. I don't think their coach knows how to put it together.
Yeah, Ben just said it. That's what I was thinking, Ben. Yep. You're on mute, bro. Twuan, you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute, Twuan.
Here I am trying to do a whole bunch of things at one time. No, I think I agree with the dub. I'm calling this a dub. This is similar to what the Bears is. You know what I'm saying? With Ben Johnson and him being a young coach, you got another young coach in there. I think this is another time that Pete Carroll shows this is how you do it, son. You know what I'm saying? I don't and honestly, I'm not really scared of what they have on their roster. I'm really not scared of what they have on their roster. And that's another reason why I consider us definitely on prime time, you know what I'm saying? In front of everybody.
Monday night at home.
Ones. You know what I'm saying? This is probably going to be one of the biggest Monday night games in the entire NFL. So, yeah, I definitely am expecting for us to get that with a dub.
It will be the most watched Monday night football game this year. I promise you that.
You guys, we got to take the Browns to their bowl, and they're coming to our house. Browns are definitely coming in. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know who their quarterback is right now. They trying to figure that part out. But we got the Browns. What say you on the Browns?
That's a win. I just don't think the Browns are anywhere near being able to win games like that this year. Especially, I mean, you know, they got fucking 5 quarterbacks that could potentially start, and it's like, how are these receivers going to get used to all 5 quarterbacks? And you know what I mean? I just don't see that team working out this year at all.
I think it's Joe Flacco's job if Deshaun Watson's not healthy.
Deshaun is done for the year.
Is he? Yeah. So it's Flacco's job.
Or Pickett.
No, I don't see Pickett.
No.
This is Shador's team. I'm saying it right now. This is Shador's team. Shador is the quarterback of the future for them.
Yeah, he'll beat out Gabriel, I think.
Yeah.
So
he'll definitely beat out Gabriel.
What we got on wins and losses?
I got this as a win.
I got a win. Yeah.
I got it as a win. I think their highest paid player is not happy to be there. I think he just signed for the money. He wasn't gonna get that type of money anywhere else. You know what I mean? I honestly believe he was there. They don't have Chubb anymore. You know what I mean? Which was their running game. I don't know who they picked up. I'll be honest, because I haven't been following, because I feel like they made a trash move getting rid of Chubbs. I feel like they made a trash move when they selected Dylan over fucking Shador early in the rounds. I feel like this is a trash team.
Yep.
You make trash moves, you're a trash ass team. You should have just let your guy walk. I'm not impressed.
Angela,
not
what you
impressed.
got?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
not gonna
felt
turn
to
around.
for beating the Browns, bro. I don't know how you draft 2 quarterbacks, but sure. And then in terms of how they did on OTAs, I mean, Dylan Gabriel, I think, statistically did the best on that OTA. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I understand the Shador hype, but I think they took him 5th overall just in case they got to cut the dude. And I do think Joe Flacco will probably end up starting at least the first 4 weeks. I don't know if he'll still be there by the time we play him, but whoever that rookie quarterback is that's playing against the Raiders, by that time, they're getting an ass whooping. We're definitely beating the Browns for sure.
It's not the first time the Browns have drafted multiple quarterbacks in one draft.
Yeah, it's definitely a win for me. We can make a whole nother show about Shador Sanders and how he ended up on the Browns. I think it's a real punishment from the league. They're trying to make an example out of him.
My bad,
yeah.
Nate.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's a dub.
No, I was just gonna say, hey, Twuan, when you get a chance,
I got it. I'm gonna address it. I've been seeing it.
Okay, cool.
I got this as a dub, and I will say, you guys, respectfully, those that are in the chat that are trying to pull up, this is a closed panel show at the moment. These are the 5 guys that started in the beginning, and we're going week to week all the way to the end of the week. So it's not fair for me to add anybody just for them to jump on right now at week whatever we're at. So that's no disrespect to anybody. I'm just trying to keep the show formatted and straight. So, and I have everybody's tallies down also for those that are wondering. So I'm not ignoring you guys in the chat. Those that are looking for the link, I saw that you wanted the link, but I'm not pulling anybody up. I actually had to kick somebody out of the backstage because they were trying to pull up, because I gave the link and I said specifically it was for Chewy. And then I also told Dirty to pull up on that same link because we were just starting the show. So I'll have you guys pull up some other time, but it won't be tonight. And I hope you guys take that in the best positive spirit, because I'm not trying to be negative at all.
Respectfully, of course.
There goes that word again. Yeah. So here we are. I said Browns with a win. Now we are at home, but not home, against the Chargers. Okay. You guys know what I mean. Y'all, if you know, you know. Okay. SoFi is Raider Town. Okay. But we are going into SoFi.
I'll be there.
Chargers. You know
I'll be there. I'm leaving with a win this time.
Yeah.
I'll start this one. This is a win for me. You know what I mean? I've been to the last 3 and I've left with L's. I'm not leaving with an L this time. I'm leaving with a win. Talking a whole lot of shit. I'm blowing a whole lot of weed in a whole lot of people's faces. It's just how it's gonna be this fucking time. I'm not playing. This is a win. I don't need to name no players. Sweeping the AFC West. This is a win.
Yep. Hey, if we win, I'm sparking inside the stadium. They might have to kick me out.
I spark inside the stadium every year.
Yeah, there you go. It's an open set. I hate the setup, bro. That shit's so hot in there. It's a real literal greenhouse.
Look, if they tinted the top, it would be so much better. If they just put a tint over the glass on the top, it would be so much better.
Hey, Chewy, what you got?
Like I said before, I have a split in division. I had us beating the Chargers early in division. This one I have us losing.
Okay. Angelo, what you got?
I also did the same thing. Remember, I said I want to reserve my right, but I did have us winning early, so I got us losing this one there. SoFi's hot as hell. And yeah, no, I mean, honestly, man, the Chargers don't suck. So I think that by this time during this, it might be like a playoff run or they need wins. This is one of the ones where we'll lose. I think it'll be fun though. It'll be fun to watch it, but I think we'll lose.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually not going to be. It's not going to be as hot because it's later in the year versus when it's in the beginning of the year and in the dead heat of summer for us. So this is more approaching our winter, like our November, December, which is a lot cooler. It's not as hot. It's not hundreds. You know what I mean? This is like a 72 day. You know what I mean? So I feel like the weather is not going to be a major factor for this at all. It might even rain.
Nate, what you got?
L.
Okay.
We were splitting the division.
Okay.
Same shit. Yep.
Yeah, this division is stacked this year, man.
I'm gonna say it's a win. Okay, I'm tired of his, and I'm only saying it's a win on this one string. I'm tired of seeing my brothers take their trek to Los Angeles to lose. I'm tired of watching all my brothers talking about, oh, I'm about to go to LA. We about to, you know what I'm saying, do it in LA and walk out with a loss. So I'm saying this year it's gonna change. And all my brothers can be happy and walk out with a dub and ain't gotta fight nobody, you know what I'm saying, on their way out.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm calling this a dub. I'm putting it down. Okay.
That was Ghost. Boo.
There's a whole lot of people that's been to SoFi, and I think everybody is a O in something over there.
Yeah, I got us winning.
I'm 0-3.
Yeah.
I'm 0-3 in SoFi, so yeah, I need a win.
All right, we
Nice.
back home. We back home with the Donkeys. You know what I'm saying? December Donkeys. What y'all got? Because I'm not remembering what y'all said. We splitting it all. You got to tell me win and loss.
It's a dub.
Yeah, I got us as a dub this one. I got us beating the Donkeys.
Yeah, we losing Mile High.
Yeah, I agree.
We win out.
So Nate got a dub. Dirty got a dub. Angela, what you got, bro?
Yeah, see, man, this is where again you guys are just gonna go. I'm a hater, but I'm keeping it real, man.
This is where keeping it real goes wrong.
Hey, I'm just you know what? East Coast Gridiron, Dante, shout out. He kept it real last night when he was saying he believes that the Denver Broncos will actually win the division, which to me I was like, huh. And then after our conversation, I did start kind of looking through the team, and I was like,
Raiders or Denver. That's it.
So Denver during this time, by the time they play us at home, I think they will be fighting for like a playoff spot, or they won't be like so. I think there'll be this thing between them, the Chiefs, and the Chargers that every win at this point is going to really matter. And I don't know how Hurt will be. I don't know what will happen. I know that last year everybody kept getting injured around this time. So I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I think we're gonna fight our asses.
You
off.
already got us at 5 wins, so we're not even in a playoff hunt.
Bro, relax. I already said we weren't gonna make the playoffs. Like months, like when the schedule first came out, I said we're not making the playoffs this year.
Better than last year.
Yeah. So anyway, I got us losing this at home, man. I got us losing this to the Donkeys.
Okay.
You're hurting my heart over here. You're hurting my heart over here.
Keeping it real, Dirty.
The Broncos almost lost to Minshew last year. They were down 17-0, and
I know.
before Minshew threw that pick, they're not that
I know,
good,
and then
bro.
we got rolled.
They're getting lucky. We just gotta get luckier, and we gotta work harder. Fuck that. Fuck the Broncos.
I got us. It looks like I got us sweeping the Donkeys. I got us sweeping the Donkeys. I got it as a dub.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get this dude off the screen. Respectfully. We are at the Texans. Put respectfully in the chat. We've been using that word all day. And you guys hit a like and
Eagles.
subscribe on
Eagles.
all these channels.
Gotta hit the Eagles first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look. Eagles. We are going to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Eating a Philly cheesesteak. You know what I'm saying? Might holler at Jill Scott while we there and the Roots. But Philly, what you got for Philly, everybody?
Got a loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like you said earlier, it's an uphill battle that I don't think we're quite ready for. I mean, I'm hoping we at least put up some kind of competition, but especially that late in the year to beat the Eagles is a real statement. I just don't see us doing that this year.
Across the board,
I'm gonna just say,
I can't. Hell.
Okay. Angelo?
There's no need to argue.
Oh, go ahead, Nate. Go ahead.
That's an L for me. I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh,
That's
okay. No. I was just gonna say, yeah, no, we're losing to the Eagles. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about here? We're playing in cold weather at that point. The Eagles, I'm sure, will be. I mean, okay. Again, I have the chance to retract this. The only way I see us beating the Eagles is if they're so far ahead in the division by December 14th that they actually need to rest their starters. Then I'll say we might get a chance. Other than that, man, no. The Eagles are no. They're not even going to throw batteries at us. They're gonna buy it for us because we're gonna lose to the Eagles.
Go ahead, Dirty.
I'm gonna say, there's no need to argue. Parents just don't understand. This is an L. I'm sorry, bro. This is we talking about Super Bowl champs. We talking about a team. Yeah, late in the year, we talking about a team that knocks it out the fucking park every draft. You know what I mean? They draft really well. They always have players waiting. Look, they could rest all their starters and still kick our ass with the people that have waiting in line to play for them. Because that's how well they draft. So, yeah, this is, as much as I would love to go and beat the Eagles and show some semblance of dominance, this is an L. This is an L. We take an L because we really don't know how to play them. But when we see them in the Super Bowl, we get that done.
Got it. I'm with it. I'm with the L. I think we're going to lose this game. I think also when you just identify good teams, you know what I'm saying, those really good teams, this is where they're actually ramping up if they're not already running, you know what I'm saying, hot, you know what I'm saying, going into the playoffs. So we're also catching the Eagles where they should be somewhere in the neighborhood of at the top of their game. So I don't think we're there yet. I don't see it as a blowout either. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that publicly. I don't see it as a blowout, but I do see it as an L. Now I would say I would also say in being positive, if the Eagles were like early in the season or somewhere like maybe week 5, you know what I'm saying, I would say we might have a better chance, but at the end of the season, I think the grease is already hot in regards to them as a team. So going with the next team, it is the Texans. You guys know the Texans got a quarterback that we should have had, CJ Stroud, and they have some pieces there. Nico Collins is there. I believe Tank Dell is coming back off of injury. What say you guys?
Are we still talking players? We're still talking players, right?
We can talk all about it. Talk all of it, but include your result if you jump out there.
Go ahead, Chewy. Go ahead.
Just off the rip. This is a game that's going to be, I feel, a struggle for us, just based upon how this team played last year. I have us losing this one. Like you said, man, they got some weapons. They're pretty stacked up. And when it comes to their coaches are pretty damn good. Especially, that defensive side. I mean, those guys really balled out last year. But yeah, I don't know. I got us losing this one.
Okay. Angelo.
Yeah, no. So players wise, don't forget they got Jaden Higgins, who's basically the rookie version of Nico Collins. So now they got 2 Nico Collinses. They also got Christian Kirk from the Jaguars, who will probably do pretty well. And then and then Tank Dell, obviously. And their O-line scenario, I was gonna say. So Jeff knows this from the draft day show, but I wanted us to get Ariante Ursery. I think that by this time, Ursery will end up being like their left guard or something, or one of their guards, because I think he could have been like almost day one starter, but I don't think he's taken any of the tackle position from Blake Fisher or from Cam Robinson with the Texans. So having said that, and again, it's all about O-line and then them running back room. They got Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon. Man, we're losing that. and they're going to be in a playoff hunt at that point too. So we're losing to the Texans.
Yeah, they're gonna be a tough game for sure. I have us losing that one.
Yeah, I can definitely help you out with that. Anything else? No. Just always remember, go Raiders.
Sorry about that, Dirty. I was a little late on the button. Go ahead, bro.
I do have this as an L. I'll be honest about that. I got this as an L. I think at this point in the season, the Texans are not fighting for a playoff spot. I believe they are in the playoffs at this point in time. But if they beat us, they get a better seat. I think they're playing for home field advantage at this point in time. I think they're a much better team than what some people give them credit for. They were plagued with some injuries last year that kind of set them back a little bit. I feel like this year, you know what I mean, they get their solid team back and they go back to the team that they were the year before, which was a phenomenal football team. And with that being said, yeah, this is one of those games where I feel like we play hard, we play tough, you know what I mean? Just in the end, you know, that field goal kick with time expiring, we lose the game. You know what I mean? Because it's a much needed win for Houston at that point in time versus a much needed win for us. So I believe we're already solidified in the playoffs at that point in time.
Okay. That's a L for me. Yeah, you guys said it all. Texans are up and coming team, well coached. I can't say anything bad about them all across the board. They don't make any stupid decisions, or you don't really hear about them off the field too much. Yeah, it's an L.
Yeah, hey Ben, and I'm going to respond to what you're saying. I think that's it. You know, it depends on what Stroud we get, because sometimes Stroud looks amazing, and then sometimes Stroud don't look too good. But I think with the Texans, they've built around him. You know what I'm saying? They put some pieces around him. That's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I said that probably about like 2 years ago. I said, hey, you guys need to look out for the Texans. They're young. They're losing, but they're young, and they got something. So that young is now building up, and they've matured that, and they're bringing veteran pieces that actually fit what's cooking over there. So I got.
They upgraded their offensive coordinator too.
Yeah. So I got this one as an L on that sediment. Let me get the right. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on all the channels as we go to the home game. You know what I'm saying? The New York G-men are coming into to the Allegiant Stadium. This is a TBD. We don't have the time on those ones yet, but we know that we will be playing them that week. What you guys got on the Giants?
Oh, that's a win, bro. No doubt. We lose that game. Fuck.
See, you might.
I might not have a TV no more, bro. After that game, we lose this one.
I might be tripping then, because I feel like we do these. We look ahead. We look a week before or a week ahead.
That's
We're looking at the Chiefs, and then we overlook the Giants, and we take it now. But I think this Pete Carroll team right here, I think it's different than that. I think we took our first or a couple L's earlier in the season, that Jaguar game, and he gets them up for this one, and they don't get ahead of themselves. We get a W.
Okay, Angelo, what you got?
So Nate said we win, right, against the Giants. Yeah, because I will lose my mind if we lose to the Giants, guys. I mean, come on. All right, like Jackson Dart is not looking. I mean, he's looking like him throwing a bunch of interceptions and OTAs, and Russell Wilson. I mean, come on. Everybody knows that all the New York Giants is doing this year, they're putting their training wheels on. They're having Russell Wilson be a bridge. If you like fantasy, then man, get Malik Neighbors. He's going to get a bunch of catches. Go get Tyrone Tracy late, because he's going to run the ball a lot. But no, man, the Giants are going to get belt to ass. They're getting whooped. We're going to take out all our frustration from all those losses I was saying on the Giants. We are whooping the Giants.
Ben said the Giants.
Yeah, well, that might be a game. Well, the problem is the Giants got a lot of fans too. So even though they'll be losing a lot, so they're crazy enough to come to Vegas. But if that's one of them games where there's not going to be a lot of fans coming because the Giants is losing a lot, then that might be a game I'll go to also. So yeah, but we're definitely beating the Giants.
I agree.
Dirty, did you give your take?
No, I didn't. I will say this. First off, Vegas is a destination place. So even if your team sucks, any excuse for you to get to Vegas, you're gonna fucking take it. You know, if your team can have no wins all year long, if they're playing in Vegas and you can afford it, you're gonna fucking go. That's just the way of the world. Everybody wants to be in Vegas, right? Now, with that being said, I would hate for them fans to spend their money and come out here and take that goddamn ass whooping that they gonna get. Because the one thing that I know and I understand is by taking that L with Houston, we put ourselves in a tough predicament in the playoffs as to giving up that home field advantage. Because I feel like we should be sitting right around number 2, number 3 at that point in time in the playoffs, with the Texans rounding up that 4th spot. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a must-win game. You know what I mean? To hold on to your playoff position. You know what I mean? You're not going to be a wild card because we're the number 1 team in the division. So we'll wrap up our division and take that spot. But I feel like to hold on to that number 2, number 3 spot, you have to beat the Giants.
Okay. So you got it as a dub?
I agree.
Yep.
I got this one. And Nate, I hate you right now because you had me thinking, you know what I'm saying? We so focused on beating the Chiefs that we forget to eat what's on the table right in front of us.
Hallelujah.
And I that's why I hate you, Nate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I got love for you.
I'll pray for you, brother. I'll pray for you.
Please do. Please pray for the chaplain. The chaplain needs prayer on this one. Because again, I'm
Lord, forgive my brother Twuan, for he do not know what he do.
I'm like Angelo and Chewy. I might have to, what is that after Christmas? I might have to put a TV on layaway, you know what I'm saying, for Black Friday, because the TV might get broken, bro, if we lose against the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Especially after, like I said, and some of us have said that, that wake-up call was when we lost against the against the Jags. We shouldn't have another wake-up call. It should have, you know what I'm saying? It should have been, Pete Carroll giving them the MF'er, you know what I'm saying, in class, and then they was ready to go for the rest of the season. So they better to win this one. I got this one as a dub. I got this as a dub. Now we going into the last game of the season. Some people might have the implications, and I'll put it out there. Some might have the implications that, the Chiefs are already inked in as, locked in on the playoffs. So they may not play, you know what I'm saying? They may not play their guys, but they are at home. They are home with us. You know what I'm saying? They have to come see us. I would like to be honest with you, and excuse me for taking a little too long. I honestly wish that we were. I hope we're in implications where they have to play us. You know what I'm saying? Where our record.
I think it's going to be too tight, Twuan.
Let me go ahead. Let me jump in this real quick. Let me go ahead and just take the whole number 1 out just real quick. So here's my assessment of this whole game right here. This is a Sunday night game because it's a TBD as well, right? This is a Sunday night game. This is the last game of the year. Nobody plays after us.
They could make it Saturday.
This is a Sunday night game. I'm going to tell you why this is a Sunday night game. This is a Sunday night game because this is a must-win game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs have to win this game to get in the playoffs. The Denver Broncos played Saturday night. They won, and they were tied with the Chiefs.
This is that funky first. Yeah.
So this is So the Denver Broncos hold that last wild card position spot, right? And the only thing the Chiefs can do is beat us, tie with them, and win that last spot. Unfortunately, we whoop that ass and we send the fucking Chiefs home, and they don't make the playoffs, and the Denver Broncos get that final wild card spot. And that's just what it is. And we move up to the number 2 team in the AFC, and that is how it fucking ends.
I agree with that. Yeah, I see us walking out of this season with the win, especially over KC. I had us losing that first one, like I said, got to split with the whole division. So that's one I feel that we're gonna win.
Yep, we at home. Yep.
So what you got, Nate?
Yeah, I'm saying win. We get 10 wins this year.
Okay, Angelo, what you got?
Yeah. So remember how earlier, or I said, Twuan, that I want to be able to choose to retract with that Chargers game, that Monday night opener, because I want to know depending on what. But I had us winning that one, right? Mm-hmm. So when the schedule release first came out, I always had us beating the Chiefs at the last game of the year, just because I felt like if the Chiefs do what they do, and they are so dominant that they don't really need to beat us anyway, other than pride, we always play our asses off at that last game of the year. It's a home game, so I had us winning, right? Now, having said that, if it's going to happen like what Dirty's talking about, where it is close, and let's say it's between the Chargers and the Broncos and the Chiefs, I mean, I think we're going to play our asses off, and I'm going to say win right now. But again, Twuan, one of those games I'm going to end up retracting, like either that Chiefs game at the end or that home opener in the beginning. Because when I did my whole prediction when the schedule release came out, me, Captain Jack, and Turf all agreed. It's like, no, we're a 6-win team, maybe 6-7. But the Vegas odds had it at 7.5, and I was like, that's a trap, man. Don't bet the over, because you're gonna lose your money. And that's what happened last year. Like Captain Jack bet the over, and I mean, Vegas kind of knows their shit, dude. That's
I'm betting over on that, bro.
You're betting over on 7.5. Chewy, didn't you already lose your money tonight, bro?
I did, bro.
All right, I'm just saying.
Hey, Chewy, just don't make the bet tonight. Just don't make the bet tonight. You be all right.
No, he had me earlier on the boxing bet.
So Angelo,
but I got us as a win on this one, because if we beat the Chargers like I said on Monday, and we beat the Chiefs, then 7 games, yeah, I could see that. I had our floor at 6, and I had our ceiling at 9. So
okay. I got for actually the last prediction of the Raiders 2025 season. I do see this as a dub. I want it to be, and I just don't want it to be any type of dub. I want it to be similar to the Raiders versus the Chargers at the final game. You know what I'm saying? Where everything was on the line. There was teams that were rooting for us to win, and other teams were hoping for us to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to get into the playoffs. I want it to be that type of game where we, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm not thinking it's going to be a blowout, but I want it to be kind of played out like the Charger game. I want it to be Daniel Carlson, you know what I'm saying? Geno Smith hitting him with that timeout, and Daniel Carlson hits it right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I got this as a dub. So hey, we have got to the end. I have the totals on the handy dandy notebook. I said that I also told you guys that I would like for you guys to come back, you know what I'm saying, a little closer to the season. Hey, Raider Twuan here. You must watch